another episode of Practical Money Magic with me, your host, Audrey Heesh, your friendly money lady. Today, I have a little bit of a mixture of things I want to talk about. First, I had the incredible Sarah Nicole Nadler on my summit back in February, and she recently posted on Facebook about how somebody communicated with her on a sales call. I believe it was a sales call. How they would never take her advice because her hair is too messy or she doesn't look professional because of her hair. And first, this woman is incredibly brilliant and always professional in my eyes, and looks professional and acts professional and is just a delight to be around. And I am so grateful that she agreed to be on the summit. And I was reading it and I was just so floored that that was that's where we're at. And I do want to say that there are people that value looks and appearances, and everyone is entitled to value whatever they hold near and dear and important in their lives. And for some people, that genuinely is looks and how your appearance. They put a lot of time and effort and energy into theirs, and they want everyone around them to uphold that same value system. And again, that's not wrong. It's when what I view as the wrong part is coming into somebody else's area and and pushing that on your values on somebody else in that sense, who is absolutely brilliant in her own right and professional in my eyes and all of these things. And I think that's the beautiful thing about having more women coming into the workplace, because when women first started getting into the workplace in this more business professional setting, they had to be wearing pantyhose, heels, skirts to their knees, and perfectly done makeup and hair in order to be considered professional. And that was just another form of putting people in boxes. And you couldn't have tattoos showing or colored hair. And slowly, our society has been able to kind of shift that and seeing people as their unique, beautiful selves as they are. Um, I'll also say that my hair is never done great. I almost never wear makeup, and I'm just very more more granola in that sense, if that's the term you want to say. So if you deeply value looks and appearances, I'm going to be very honest and transparent. I am not your girl. Like, I'm just not. My podcast is always welcome and my platform is always welcome for everyone. And I that's just not something I value. I value my brain and my heart. And so that's what I focus on with my subset of people. And I believe that's what Sarah also values and rocks. So her Facebook handle is Sarah SarahNadler. So Sarah N. Nadler that's how you can find her. And yeah, I just read that and it there's still people in our society that puts a lot of weight on that. And again, she always looks professional to me. Like, she always looks great and put together. She hasn't, like, I'm not seeing it, but I also always have crazy hair. Like, if you're on YouTube, you can see me. I always have these flyaways. I have my entire life, much to my mother's dismay. She'd always get mad at my flyaways. And it's just me. It's my hair. I don't have the patience or the time to dedicate to that part of me, and maybe that'll change in the future and I leave that space for me, but for right now it's not. I am building my business and making sure that entrepreneurs are fully supported in their finances and understanding this madness and the bureaucracy that is running a business, and that's what I'm good at. I'm not good at the being the face and being in front of people and being that dominant, well put together, hair perfectly in place, makeup immaculate. I'm not that person. I'm just not. Makeup does not bring me any form of joy. Hair does not bring me any form of joy. I just want somebody to put clothes out and I put them on every morning. And so I'm getting off topic, but the message I want to share with this is professionalism is changing. The definition of what professional is and looks like is thankfully very much changing to be able to accommodate people. Like, we're human beings. We're not cogs in a machine. I know our entire system is set up to be like, you need to look and like, here's the machine, here's the cog. This is what you look like. This is the standards. This is the operations. And there is a lot of value in that. And I don't want to diminish it. That's what helps fuel a successful business, is making sure that everything is aligned and running smoothly. So there is value in that. And there are places in our society and in business to where we get to, as entrepreneurs, with that power of that impact, be able to change what is the status quo and saying, we fundamentally reject that. It's okay if you value that. There are plenty of beautiful, incredible, amazing entrepreneurs who are helping other entrepreneurs with their finances, and individuals with their finances who do value that. And that's the community for you, and you can thrive in that community. Go for it. Like, please find your people and be in those communities, because that's really where the magic is. When you aren't aligning your values with the people around you, that's when things won't work as well. And I've seen it whatever in my hand, I've been there time and time again, when you're just like, okay, this is what everyone tells me I need to do. Let's go do here. And it doesn't work. It never works for me. I wish I was one of those people that if it works right away, then just like keep going, even if it's not right, because you just want that instant success. I wish I could be that person, but it never seems to work out for me. So if you are that person, slightly envious, but also it is important to peel back those layers and figure out what you truly value. And as entrepreneurs, you get to make that impact in the world. You get to set that standard and those boundaries for yourself and for your business. And even if it goes against the status quo, and even if you get people coming at you saying the opposite of what your values are, or diminishing your values, or yourself, like somebody coming in and saying your hair's too messy. That's an unfortunate side of our society. People attacking like people instead of ideas and belief systems. I fundamentally believe that it's more beneficial to address those things, because that's what actually moves the needle. And it's the internet. Like, the internet is going to do whatever the internet does, especially with the mass amounts of bots and craziness that is the internet. What do they call them? Keyboard warriors? Keyboard warriors? Um, that's just an unfortunate side effect. But I think we're slowly starting to get guardrails on social media. I am disheartened by the fact that the reason we're starting to get guardrails on social media is because of people speaking out about Gaza and the genocide that is happening in Gaza and Palestine, to the Palestinian people, and the education we are finally learning about with that area, and not just the propaganda and the lies that are being told to us as facts, when the actual facts, when you break down history, paint a very different story. So I'm disheartened that the reason the politicians are finally taking action is because there's so much activism against genocide. Um, so I am disheartened by that. However, I will say I am appreciative of the fact that we're starting to put guardrails on social media to I just feel that we're putting the wrong guardrails on. We need to stop bots and um, hate, like anti-Semitism. There is no place at all for anti-Semitism. That is unacceptable. And it's unacceptable what the Israeli government is doing to the Palestinian people for the past 75 years. So, and then the British Empire before that. There is a lot to unpack with that, but it's we need guardrails on social media, but we need the right ones that are actually protecting the truth and people. Uh, so, so there's that. I where I think I went in left field. I didn't really. It is definitely something that has been on my heart and mind to really address because I think that we have a lot of information coming at us all the time. And it can be overwhelming, especially to figure out and to like wade through all the information to be able to get to the truth. Especially as entrepreneurs, we know, especially if we have newsletters, the tagline is literally just to get a click. We know this and it makes sense. There's no way you can put the depth of information into a headline to make it to where people are actually clicking. And we're in a culture, like we're currently in what I see happening is that people are just clicking or seeing titles and taking it as facts instead of reading the articles and understanding the facts. It's always fun when people send you an article to defend their point, and then you read the article and it's like, but did you read the article? Because it's defending my points, but that's another part of to tie it more back in to professionalism. Every interaction on your social media, even if it's negative at you and it's not fair or just or kind, because somehow we're just or it's like attacking you personally instead of attacking what you're trying to say so that people can grow. That's how we grow as humans is to communicate and talk about your points of view because we're human. We have been conditioned and learned a certain way through our life. And then there's other people that come up a different way. And the more you bring those together, that's when you actually get a whole picture and then start to form your beliefs based on the whole picture. And there will always be another layer where there's another thing that pops up and you're like, oh, okay, now I know that. So when you get that pushback, that is a beautiful time to be like to exercise the actual professionalism, like not just what you look like because we're women and we're just expected to be in perfectness all the time. The professionalism is how you act and the words that you say and the mannerism you carry yourself. That to me is professionalism. And it's okay to add in your unique personality and your sass or your for me it's quirks. I've got I've gotten lots of quirks. I'm quirky. And I embrace that. It's who I am. So I bring that into my business. And that's the beauty of being a business owner is you get to bring that side in. And the professionalism is in that interaction. And that is also changing too. It used to be you could only be like, hello, sir. Thank you for coming. Like, I don't know. It used to be much more rigid. Now we're able to put more of ourselves into our business and our communication style. And re anytime that something negative comes at you, how you handle it shows the real professionalism. And that's what I appreciated about Sarah is just like, hey, good for you. I don't think this is not a relationship that's going to work. This is not a client uh relationship that I want to be a part of. So good luck in your adventures. And that's valid. That's absolutely valid. And that's professionalism. Like she didn't have to diminish the person coming at her. She didn't have to attack her, and it just becomes this attack back and forth. And it's also okay if you share your opinions and your perspective online to widen your authenticity or your brand or your just your impact. That's why I do it, is my impact. I'm a political human, like I am very politically involved. And so I infuse that, and I'm going to be trying very hard, oh, excuse me, to be infusing that even more. Because when we are our authentic self in our business, that's when the opportunities start coming at you. And I think that's really beautiful. And professionalism is what you make it to be. And yes, there is a definition of what professionalism is, but it's a social construct that is changing all the time. So again, as a business owner, you have the impact to move that needle to what makes you authentic and brings your best self out. And that's going to look different for everyone. If you are the one that loves hair and makeup and dressing immaculately, I freaking salute you. Don't get me wrong. I salute you. That's a lot of time and effort and energy. And I hands down salute you. Hands down. And there's just so many different types of people. And the more we don't diminish that and just leave space for those people, I think that's when we're going to start getting further in our culture. And that's also when you get the big opinions and the big possible conflicts. Because when you are very transparent and honest, and I don't want to say blunt, I tend to be very blunt. I'm very blunt. But maybe I want to, let's, I think I got off on a tangent on that. I'm just here to say that professionalism is what you make it. It's going to be different for everyone, as long as, like, there are some people that swearing is a part of their brand, and that is what they are. And there's other people that their crazy, beautiful, colored hair is a part of their brand, and they rock that. And then there's other people that are all about tattoos all over, and that is a part of their brand, and they rock that. Neither one of those are unprofessional. It's a part, they get to make that space for them, and they're moving their needle to showcase that we are human beings who are different, and it's okay to be different. And just because your physical appearance is one way, that doesn't mean you aren't professional. And professional looks a million different ways. And so that's what I got for you, my friends. I know it's not necessarily about finances, but it was just something that has really honestly been on my mind for a while. And then I saw that post from Sarah, and I was like, I was floored that she got that reaction because I have never once considered her to be unprofessional in any capacity. And so she is, check her out. She is a money coach. She helps women. She's incredible. And I do want to give her a huge shout out because she didn't deserve that. And we need more people like her. And I just want to, I I'm probably repeating myself 12 times, but professionalism is what you make it. If somebody, there's so many rigidness in our society. Being a business owner, people are going to tell you you're wrong left and right all the time. Left and right, people are going to tell you you're wrong. And it's just finding within you that you're not wrong. You can be how you want to show up. Just make sure that how you're showing up is authentic to you and feeding your soul. Because once you do that, your people will come. They always come. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of our this world we're living in, is that's how that works. So I am grateful. And with the internet, while there is the bad, there's also the beautiful. We get to have that ability to communicate with people from all over the world in a split second. There are downfalls to that, obviously, that we all are well aware of, the constant on, but it does create a connection in a way that we've never been able to create that connection. And it's pretty magical. And that's why I love summits, is to bring a bunch of people together and help others while lifting everyone up. And I got that from the amazing Christina Jandelli. So when we bring all these people together and all of these concepts and all of these ideas, and you just get to create your own space. And that's pretty cool. So that's what I want to leave you with, my friend. If anyone has ever said that you're unprofessional for XYZ and you don't feel like that's valid, it might be valid for them. And you can say, thank you for your feedback, and then just discard it. Just discard it. Be like, thank you for that feedback. You can go over there. We aren't meant to work together, and that is okay. That is absolutely okay. You can say no. I know it's hard right now with money and everything, and it can be a challenge to say no when you might need the money, but it is okay. It is okay to part ways for something that isn't working for you. And that's what I want to leave you with. Professionalism is what you make it. If I didn't say that enough times. Okay, my friends. As always, I'm Audrey Heesh. You can find me on Instagram at Graceful Penny. And I will put all of Sarah's information below, since I used her a lot in this episode, and she deserves beautiful credit for her beautiful self. And yeah, send her some love as well. So thank you. Have a wonderful day. And as always, plant that seed of success and watch yourself bloom, baby. Bye, guys.